The following joined DNX in its second anniversary celebration. Negros Occidental Governor Eugenio Jose Lexon, Negros Occidental Vice Governor Jeffrey Ferrer, Bacolod City Mayor Evilio Leonardia, Bacolod City Vice Mayor Elcid Familiaran, Bacolod Congressman Greg Gasataya, Mayor Raymond Dongson, and Grace Pharmacy.
You've tasted empanaditas and buns, but have you ever tasted papas con chorizo, curried chicken, pulled pork, double cheese, and tuna basil? Only Jinkies Kitchen offers these flavors. Catch a bite now of Jinkies Kitchen empanaditas and buns at Kmart, Monsterific at Singkang and Talisay City, San Carlos, Silay City, Lopez East Center, and Lopez San Sebastian. Jinkies Kitchen empanaditas and buns, a pocket full of goodness. Nature's Perfect Lunchbox. For perfect eggs, fresh and clean, guaranteed all the time. For orders, text or call 0907-838-7958.
We have here on our studio the moderator of the Green Ranchers Club of the Agribusiness Program of the University of St. Salle, and along with her are the former president and the current president of the of that academic club, Miss Bea Bachinela, and then we have Miss Tracy Tidoco and Mr. Dale Villarme. Welcome to DNX and thank you for accepting our invitation. Miss Bea, I would like to direct the first question to get it over with. Sa imo kag sa imo little girl, yes. Your adopted daughter, kay Tracy, no? Tracy and Miss Bea, can you tell us that the feather in your cap, bago nga feather in your cap sa imong achievement as being one of the delegates sa Global Summit? Tell us something about it.
Yes, Miss. So actually, Miss, I was chosen as one of the delegates in the Youth Agri Summit, which is sponsored by Bayer, a German company, Miss. They feature about crop science and animal science, and also, Miss, ara man sila sa mga pharmaceutical. So it's very overwhelming sa akon, Miss, to be chosen, Miss, since damo kami applicants around the world. We are around 2,000, but luckily I was chosen, Miss, and I'm very happy with that, Miss, because damo ganyan, Miss, opportunities ng hindi lang day but also internationally.
What do you think? Why was it that of all the thousands of delegates, why do you think you were chosen?
I think, Miss, it's with my idea, Miss, and also my passion, Miss, to help the farmers, to uplift agriculture, and of course to highlight kung ano gid bala, Miss, ka-importante ang agriculture, kag amo na, Miss, ang agriculture subong do gina-underrate gid bala, Miss, diri sa aton, especially ang youth wala gid ga-engage, but I see the bright future in agriculture, and I see kung ano ang opportunities nga ma-offer ya kag sa country ta, Miss, kinanglan tagid ang agriculture, because I believe that this can fuel our economy, Miss.
World peace. No pwede ka na pang Miss Universe, Miss Trace, ha? But yeah, that's interesting because you mentioned about the need. Well, that's true. It's agriculture as a business is really very underappreciated.
Yes, yes.
Look, underappreciated gid siya. Pero we're talking about, you know, in social media, we always hear people talking about our rice farmers, our corn farmers, our tobacco farmers, but we really do not have a full appreciation kung anong ginaobra nila and how their role in our economy is really very important, especially now with the pandemic, no? Nga kinahanglan ang self-sufficiency kag sustainability naton kinahanglan naton i-maintain, no? So we're talking about self-sufficiency, food sufficiency, and food accessibility. Ms. Bea, why do you think, see, Ms. Tracy has already mentioned that it's an underappreciated nga industry. What's your goal now as moderator of Green Ranchers Club?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. For me, before I became a moderator sa Green Ranchers, I'm also a farmer na gidya by heart, focusing on animals. So it was really my calling. No, I don't want to call it a work because, like what my mom said, no, we all have our calling. For her, it's different. For me, it's about understanding food security. So it's really a calling since grade 5. It is a dream, no? I'm sure many don't have that dream, but I do have that dream. I'm living the dream right now, sharing my knowledge to our students. Gusto ko lang gali nga emphasize that Tracy is the only Filipina, by the way, no, to be selected. Anom lang ka Filipinos. Anom ka Filipinos.
Anom, and she's the lone female delegate.
So we're very, very proud to know that, no?
Farmer girl.
Yes, so I think timing man pagdaog ni Hidilyn na batunan niya man ang iya nga ano, ba naman siya nga man golden girl. And that says a lot about the program namon, focusing on food security. As for your question, Miss, underrated, yes, I do believe, because I've been in the industry for 15 years, you know, even before I graduated.
Paktan yung edad niya.
15 years, no, since college. So, makita ko gid, no, there's even discrimination for students who are taking up this course. There's even looking down on people nga naga-field work and all. Wala kami na any negative feelings or whatsoever, but I think they need to be educated. No, we are here to educate them.
When you're talking about they, you're talking about?
We are talking about the whole population nga wala ga-appreciate, no? We need to have more people that appreciate our farmers, because without their wonderful hands, we have nothing to eat. Amo ginag-emphasize namon. So, yes, I do believe, pero we're working hard. We're working towards with the public, with the government, and even with private organizations. We believe in constructive and collaborative effort and work, no, to educate and to have a solution. There is no one agency that can solve ang problema sa agriculture per se. We need to help each other. So amo ginang amon nga Green Ranchers Club. At the same time, ang amon motto is every time you eat, always thank a farmer. Amon na motto.
That's wonderful. Every time you eat, always thank a farmer.
Yes.
Sir Dale,
Yes.
si Young McDonald's. Young McDonald's has a farm. Sir Dale, what made you, well, there are other programs that you can choose from. There's traditionally, sa Pilipinas, it's either you go for education, engineering, nursing, biology. Very rare yung agri. Yes. And it's not agriculture, it's agribusiness. Yes. That means you're not just talking about ang long-term sustainability niya, but ang commercial viability. Yes. Am I correct? Or basta nag-wrong ko?
Yes, correct na siya, ma'am. We do business, at the same time we provide jobs for people,
beautiful.
yes, and farmers.
Di ba kung magsiling ka nga agriculture, nga, there are certain schools and universities that are offering purely agriculture programs, and mostly pananom. But in your side, you have the commercial viability.
Yes.
Dale, nga nagsulod ka sa agribusiness.
Ako naman since I was young,
Young ka naman! He's 21! Oh my God, I feel so old! So, lola mo ko gole. Okay, sige.
Since I was a kid, I love agribusiness, agriculture as itself. Sang bata pa lang ko, si mama nagpatudlo na samon, mananom samon, backyard sang una. Since kami nagdako gid kami sa uma, gito kami.
Sa diin?
Sa Valladolid. And gapuli kami usually kay taga Bacolod kami. Gakadto, ga-visit kami to every week. And for me, na-realize ko sa pag-high school ko gid, kay di ba high school doon nagasulod sang mindset aton nga ano ka sa college man, third year high school ko to sa nga time. And na-realize ko gid nga agriculture mo. Kag nabalaan ko nga si magulang ko ato sa Lasal Subong bali ang balya sa akon nga may agribusiness di. So sa nga time bako ay oo, gusto ko galing agribusiness. Gusto ko agriculture. And for that aside, nadumduman ko nga business course man siya. So that's not a problem when it comes to my own work, magdugay in the long term. And ginpili o gini siyang agribusiness kay for me in my experience, do diragid ko yan nagdako. And ang agribusiness kadamo sang opportunities na nakita o gid nga bako ang Philippines agricultural nga land. Kadamo sang pwede tani mahimo nga wala tani na maximize nga may damo gitaro raw mga materials.
Sige damo na subdivisions din.
Amo na nang
hindi lang ako magambal pero may ara gid sa senadora. Sorry singit ko gid na. Sige go ahead El.
Sige. Amo to. And for that subong nga aton yung mga situation ng ga-modernize ng aton nga ng farming, ng aton nga life.
Mechanized na,
yes, oo. Ang technology na. And for that, dapat introduce mo natin sa aton mga farmers man, ang aton sa agriculture
Exactly,
mismo.
I agree.
We should
I
adapt
agree.
a lot of things when it comes to agriculture. Ang mutahambal naton ng urban farming, gina. And
Nawian
yes,
ko na.
sa mga subdivisions, sa aton mga homes, even sa mga buildings ni sinyo palibot, nami tani siya nga program when it comes to farming. And damo
Gusto
kita
ko na,
ma-produce and syempre sustainability gid.
There's this misconception. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not going to say misconception. Sorry, nagahatag na ko judgment ko. But there's this general perception na in order for you to have a viable, in order for you to practice gardening and farming, you have to have, a large tract of land. But
No.
you're mentioning urban farming,
Yes.
urban gardening. How small is small? Or how big is big? Magsiling ka nga urban gardening. I mean, tag-inektarya lang? Or what about anong, that's urban gardening is, or urban farming is maximizing spaces, di ba?
Yes.
Especially mga concretized nga spaces. So, sige Trace.
Actually, Miss, we are conducting talks, Miss, here in Bacolod, Miss. Proud man to, Miss, no, nga we as the Green Ranchers, we are the speakers. Even
Wow.
at your own homes, Miss, pwede gid ka mo ka tanom
Own
sang inyo
homes.
tanom. Biskan gamay lang na siya, Miss, nga space, pero piyara gani, Miss, ang vertical gardening, which is, going upward. Hindi lang yung Miss kinanglan dako nga space, even Miss nga sa mga grills lang na bala, Miss, pwede nyo gida mapakabit ang
So,
inyong mga
pwede
tanom.
ko ka patubo o alugbati.
Yes, yes.
Paano ko lang sa
Miss,
grills?
Petchay, lettuce, pwede good, Miss.
Pwede pa siya
Oo, Miss, you don't need to
ornamental.
buy that. Yes, Miss.
Actually, Miss,
Yeah.
gina-advocate gina mo ang no wasted space. When we say
Nice.
no wasted
Yeah.
space, wala sang gamay, like what you ask, wala sang anong measurement kung anong gamay, wala man measurement kung anong dako. The vertical gardening that Tracy mentioned is actually gid a practice nga gina-promote gid namon subong, especially this pandemic.
What would be the most viable crops, vegetables, or mga vegetable plants nga pinaka-viable itanom sa urban spaces?
Well, yeah. Yes.
Nga take sila less space. Kasi syempre gusto mabalaan natin sa mga viewers
Yes.
na kung ano ang pwede man nila. Yung matanom sila balay, no? Nga hindi siya mag-take up sang that much space.
For starters, Miss, pwede gid Miss Petchay, kay dasig lang gid siya magtubo. And even, Miss, ang mga 1.5 na bala, Miss, amo ginatudlo namon kung paano na siya mahimo, pots, Miss, nga ipakabit yun na lang.
1.5 nga mga
Yes, Miss.
receptacle.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Even the gallons, kita ko
Okay.
gallons, so i-half siya pwede.
1.5 nga liters.
Yes, Miss.
We can include lettuce. Oo.
Oo.
Although
Interesting.
it may takes more than a month.
Yes, Miss.
No? Pero okra, ang gina-promote gid namon is healthy living as well as food security. So gusto gid namon
Food
sustainable.
production.
The following joined DNX in its second anniversary celebration. Former 3rd District Congressman Albi Benitez, Councilor Al Victor Espino, Councilor Wilson Jun Gamboa Jr., Abang Lingkod Congressman Stephen Paduano, and Mr. Ricardo Canotdan.
Sustainable. I like that. What's sustainable?
Sustainable, Miss, something, bala, Miss, bakit masustain ka nga tao?
Sustain ang production.
Yes.
Using less
Long-term.
resources,
Long-term siya,
Miss. By using less space, less water, bala, Miss. Actually, sa project ito, Miss, ko ang self-watering, bala, Miss, nga mag-attach ka, Miss, do ka butangan mo tubig sa dalom sa 1.5.
That was your idea.
Yes, Miss.
Amo na ang sa imo sa Global Summit.
Actually, Miss, I have two ideas, Miss. It's called integrated, Miss. Kaya combine kong animal science together with crop science, Miss.
Interesting ha. Gusto ko na
Yes, Miss. Rabbit meat racing, Miss. Though it might
Rabbit
sound weird.
meat racing.
Rabbit.
Yes, Miss. Kag vertical gardening, Miss.
Kaluoy kay Thumper.
Pero Miss, ito factory, Miss. Kay miyara man, Miss, for fancy or para lang bis nga ginaalagaan nga rabbit. Kag miyara man yan, Miss, rabbits
For
nga
meat.
ginagrow, yes, Miss. Kag, amo na, Miss. Mas damo health benefits ang rabbit, miss. Kag we have to accept man, miss, since we are at Bayer, bala miss, at what I have, gin-applyan ko, we are looking for ways on how to avoid hunger, miss, on
Of course.
upcoming years.
Of course.
Miss.
This is interesting because nangako nga sister, ang iyang family, including ang niece ko, they migrated to Canada. And in Canada, because kalong sa winter sa Canada, they have to, look for viable means of raising meat. And it's not just, baboy or cattle or the usual chickens, no. They also raise
Yes, yes.
rabbits.
Okay.
And according to my niece and my sister nga nakatilaw sa rabbit meat, there are large storage storage areas for rabbit meat nga dyan sa Canada, no. Kahapos siya kuno i-raise.
Yes.
Now, no, I have nothing against raising rabbit meat, ha. Ginadugdog talang ka. But because it's based man niya sa akon nga pagbasa-basa, no. Rabbit meat is relatively healthy.
Yes.
Mas healthy siya kaysa sa let's say baboy, for example, or beef, because less yung fat niya.
Lean
And very lean siya, no? And how do we, however, we cannot do away with the fact that there are really
There's
going to be
misconceptions.
sensibilities that are going to be hurt. How do you deal with that? I mean, rabbit meat, the viability of rabbit meat here in the Philippines is not yet that embraced compared to other countries like Canada or the US, for example. So how do you deal with the cultural acceptance of raising meat?
Okay,
Raising
for
rabbit.
starters, no, especially damo kapamati sa buong Galantaw, rabbit is really a farm animal. Any books about agriculture and farming, ang rabbit ara ginida.
Yes.
It's in the Philippines nga ginhimo tagid siya nga pet, no? And then of course, I'm still sad kung gina-slaughter sila and all. But at the end of the day, ang focus naman is food security. No, aside gali sa Bayer ni Tracy, the other company is as a partner man sang UN, no, United Nations, and focusing on hunger. So ang rabbit gina-use na nga daan sang UN niya for malnourished kids sa Africa and other countries. So diri as far as our department is concerned sa agribusiness, we have one study ang ginhambal mo the viability of meat. We are very excited to know if how many people here in Bacolod ang willing na to accept. It was acceptability and awareness. So kami step by step lang kami, miss, nga ginaano na namon kay hindi man ma-shock ang tao, and we respect their pero kami were excited with the and then from the results maybe we can go from there kung diin kid man. So
Kay naanad, nataya sa ngayon ang balang mga dressed chicken,
Yes,
wala ulo. Pero kung rabbit, nga makita mo,
Cute,
daan
baby.
siya.
Actually, ako na, miss, kabudlay, miss. Pero amo na, we have to pangita, gidya, miss, mga available, kung ano, ang pwede. Tabala, miss, makaon.
Of course.
Okay, there's a threat man, miss, mga kung, di ba, gajutay na lang space, tapos ang mga, pag nablami sa mga greenhouse gas, may gina-produce ang mga other meat farming, miss.
I agree.
Pag ang rabbit meat, miss, namin, gid miss, kay ang ilang manure, pwede man na, miss, magamit man, miss, sa miss, fertilizer sa mga plants, and their urine, miss, can be used man, miss, as pesticides, and at the same time, pwede mo na siya mag-grow, miss, para pagpadako sa mga bulak, miss.
I-add lang ko with regards to that. Because ang sa rabbit, I think ang isa ka concern sang tao is ang pag-slaughtering process. I think that's the same for other groups. But we really practice, no, if ga-abide gid sa philosophy of being an agribusiness student or being an agriculturist or sa profession, may ginatawag tayo nga gap, which is good agricultural practices. Yes, we should really follow that. Or else, di amo na yang iban ang mga gina-report or whatsoever. So, with this step man sa rabbits, I think the government is also doing the planning para ma-regulate nila. So, I think amo na siya. Again, and then of course, ang acceptability vidugay pa ni, I'm sure. Even in our own man nga department, mera ginahalaw na and sa So we'll see. This is just a alternative.
Yes, miss.
No, because of the ASF, if it can. Amo gina siya because of the ASF, and then I told my students sa research nga ko can you think of any alternative? I know nga ang rabbit ara na, but it's up to them if i-take na nila ang baton for that if they're really interested. So they wanted to, because of the threats ng ASF, nga even if diri wala pa man, pero we should be proactive man kung whatsoever. The explore.
So wait for ASF to strike, or should we wait for ang famine na rin na diri before kita mag-igo? And then what if we lack available sources of meat and ang tao na gutom na because we failed to tap other viable sources? Yeah, that's true. And like what you have pointed, Ms. Bea, out, Ms. Bea, your academic group's main purpose is to raise awareness on food security.
Yes,
and it's really food security. It's feeding the community. Yeah. How important is awareness? We will start with Dale. How important is raising awareness on food security now that there is a pandemic?
Yes. So for this, magambal kita awareness, kinanglan natin maging open-minded in the first place. Maging ang kinanglan sa tao. We should be open to what we have resources. Ang arab lang makita natin sa tunatubang. Kung ara man sa nga hindi ka pagamiton.
Exactly.
Kung rabbit ara da kag pwede na sa tunat ma-raise mo. Kag they are very kung sa reproduction padasig sila. And sa mga chickens amo man sa.
I agree.
So kung magambal kita nga kinanglan naton sang awareness, we should you yourself dapat maging mag-question mo na yourself ko kung amuning sang right, amuning wrong, or gani i-research mo bladamo ka. Be educated when it comes to awareness sang aton ang gakalatabo sa aton disubong. And sini nga pandemic daan kabudlay sang sitwasyon naton.
Yes.
Pigado gid sa aton tanan niya. Kapigado gid kag kung tanawon mo kami nga mga estudyante, gakabilin sa balay namon, wala ginahimo. So when it comes sa mga idea, gadamo amon mga ideas. Kag wala kagamit kung tanawon urban pangadaan sa city lang ikabudlay. Kung may maara kada nga mga spaces nga pwede mo magamit when it comes to raising mga animals or mga plants, we should go for it. Kung sini nga pandemic, mayara kita hobby, mayara kita activity, and we can look forward for this every day.
Sa ako naman miss, ang awareness miss is something na dapat subong pa lang malantaw na talo miss, or else ma-face ang future nga problems. So we have to be resourceful miss as youth miss. We have to think of ways nga para makaano ta sa sustainable food production. Kay kung hindi miss, mahulat patablas what you've said. Mahulat pa ta nga magutom ta. So susubong pa lang miss, we have to take action na miss, and amo na gani miss, prevention is better than cure.
Yes.
Gidya miss. Kay kabudlay na miss, hindi ta na makita ang solusyon. Kay dog ka-crowded na tas ang pwede matabo or pagit bilang matabo miss.
Proactive.
Yes,
na
miss.
approach. So
for me, I think in cover na nilang major. Kuwid nga answer. Maybe what I want to say na lang gid is we have to support gid local products, because by supporting local nga produce, gina-support naman ang farmers. I think it's a long overdue gid no. I think our dream is to have a statue nga ang ngalan lang gid is simply farmer. Because that represents everybody nga naga-toil no for us. I think the sad thing about sa reality naton is that there's a lot of people who doesn't respect and show appreciation sa aton mangunguma. And in my 15 years experience, sa galibot ako, kundi including sa Manila, sa Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So, yes, I think may ara gid gyapon nga hindi sila ka gets no on how important kag kuno ka budlay. Ari na lang ang example, with or without pandemic, wala iya stop ang obra sa farm mo, wala. Yes. Whether gaalaga ka sapat or tanom, wala na sila yasang pahuway. So amo na, the least that we can do, kami sa agribusiness partners na namin sila, which are our best through our Agri First, Farmers First policy nga programs. Pero kita, ang mga gapamati di sa buong Engalantaw, magbakal kita local produce, siguro kung mag-ayo kita kung kisa, hindi lang tamaan kada ko, no? Because actually do kakaladlawan na siya, but that's really happening, no? And then pangayo na ang aton farmers ang hambal nga hindi lang tamaan gid ang amon discount. Because hindi na siya bisiling pag-produce, pabayaan na nila, and then matubo, hindi. It takes a lot, no? Science na kung i-discuss ko din. Pero halin sa kind of soil mo or ang duta mo, hasta sa day nga gapamunyag ka, hasta sa mga fertilizers gina-apply mo, hasta kung saan o kagid mag-harvest, apply na tanan sa pagiging farmer. Sagad pa na sila sa amon. Kay kami more of technical, kami pa sa amon, pero sila hindi mo na sa may bindihan sa ilang mga kamot. So siguro ang awareness tagid is ibalik tagid ang respeto naton sa tanan nga profession. By the way, we're not just pero kami gina-push na mo ang sa agri, pero need gid naton ma-appreciate no ang tanan nga profession, and then ang farmers sa ila contribution sa aton society. So I hope amo na ang isa ka awareness.
I can relate ko na nakarecord, miss, because ang aton nga executive editor si Mr. Marivelas, when he had a stroke, he went into home gardening and he produced nag-ano gid siya nag-research gid siya kung anong soil nga insakto. Ang pH sa amon nga soil.
Correct na siya.
So nag-produce man siya sang iyang nga own nga fertilizer based on lactobacillus.
Even the color represents something.
And we had a thriving garden. Later, this is not going to be the last time. This is the first, but this is not going to be the last time that we're going to be here. Especially si Tracy, kay si Dale, no? And si Miss Bea, of course, no? And later, si Executive Ed, si Mama ko, what is photosynthesis? No, just joking. But definitely, this is not going to be the last time that we're going to have these wonderful people here with us. Part 1 pa lang ni. And then we're going to, because, I mean, I really agree. Agriculture is really underappreciated, underrated. Siya katama nga as a field, no. And for me, it's one of the most important industries nga kinahanglan tagid tutukan, because it's our survival as a species would depend on that. Diba? Paano ka ka-survive kung wala ka sa pagkaon? Alright, so Miss Bea, Miss Trace, and Mr. Dale, thank you for gracing us.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure.
The following joined DNX in its second anniversary celebration. Chong Tapsilogan and Sizzlers, Bread Bite Bake Shop, Ting Ting's Native Food, ISK Tech, Country Homes and Mr. Vladi Gonzalez, Bacolod Real Estate Development Corporation, and IPM Construction and Development Corporation.